Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show that cuts through the noise, gets right into the sources, and pulls out the insights that matter for you. Today, we've got a really astounding story. It's about this massive shift in a top athlete, someone who went from, well, facing questions about his fitness to being hailed as one of the most conditioned players out there. We are diving deep into the surprising journey of Luka Dončić. Our mission here is to really unpack the layers of Luka's transformation. We want to pinpoint those, key moments that sparked the change and break down the specific things he did differently. And more than that, what did it mean for his game? And maybe how his story could inspire you. For this deep dive, we've pulled together a whole range of sources, everything from his own interviews, some really powerful stuff from Kobe Bryant, fan reactions from places like Reddit and Twitter, which were always interesting.
Oh yeah, unfiltered.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, detailed comparisons, before and after pics. Deep dives into his diet, training, those transformation stats. We'll even touch on his personal life a bit, how that might fit in. The full picture. So let's jump right in. Thinking back to Luka's early NBA days. Obviously huge talent right from the start.
So undeniable.
But there was always that little whisper, those concerns about his conditioning. You heard out of shape sometimes, especially around preseason.
Yeah, and it's interesting because those early worries weren't just like superficial. Our sources point to a few things adding up. You had the long off seasons, maybe a more, let's say, relaxed European diet and lifestyle compared to elite NBA prep.
Okay.
And maybe not having that super strict year-round conditioning routine nailed down yet. Plus, he was playing heavy minutes, like really heavy. And doing that without the absolute best recovery plan, well, it adds up. Reports suggest his weight actually got up over 260 pounds at one point. That's around 118 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah. And naturally, that caused some real concern. Fans, coaches, worried about his long-term fitness, durability.
Yeah, carrying that kind of extra weight in a sport like basketball. The strain must have been immense on his body, his performance. You mentioned the off seasons, the diet. But was there like a single moment, a catalyst, something that really flipped the switch for this transformation?
That's a great question. And yeah, the sources really seem to zero in on one very profound influence, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Right. In a podcast interview back in 2024, Luka actually quoted him. He said Kobe told him, if you want to be great, you have to sacrifice comfort. And Luka said, that stuck with me.
That quote. Wow. It definitely sounds like something that would stick.
Yeah.
But, how does a player already elite really internalize that Mamba mentality, especially when conditioning was the thing people pointed to? Is it just sheer willpower, or is there something deeper psychologically that makes you embrace getting up super early, treating food purely as fuel?
That's exactly it. It's more than just willpower, I think. The Mamba mentality, the way Luka seems to have adopted it, it's about this relentless commitment, like total self-mastery. It means discipline comes first over everything. Not just pushing through when it's tough, but almost seeking out that discomfort because that's where the growth is.
Right.
So he started doing these intense early morning workouts. He kept this laser focus on his goals mentally, and he fundamentally changed how he saw food. It wasn't just eat healthy, it was this is fuel for peak performance. And that drive, kind of sparked by Kobe's example, became his own accountability.
That level of discipline, it really brings us to what people are calling the Luka 3.0 era. And it's clear, like you said, it's way more than just looking different. It's layers, right? Deep changes.
Exactly. This transformation, it involved significant fat loss, definitely, but also building lean muscle, getting more toned. And you see it in his game. Dramatically better cardio, better endurance, more agility, and underpinning it all. A massive overhaul in eating habits, real diet discipline, plus you can see enhanced mental focus. And the results by mid-2025 are pretty stark. He's dropped, over 15, 20 pounds since 2023?
Yeah.
Training twice a day in the off-season, and his body fat percentage is at an all-time low for him, around 10 to 12%.
Which is incredibly low for a guy his size.
It really is. It signifies, that his metabolic engine is just running super efficiently, and that translates directly to playing more minutes per game. And you see it, he has higher energy levels deep into games.
And what often hits home the hardest for fans, and honestly for me too, is seeing it, the visual proof. Those before and after photos of Luka.
Yeah.
They really did shock people. What did those images tell us that maybe the numbers alone don't quite capture?
Well, they show a really profound physical shift. You see the sharper jawline he has now, more visible abs, arms are defined, legs look leaner but still powerful. And the stats, they totally back up what you're seeing if you compare 2023 to 2025. Back in 23, he was around 260 pounds, maybe 18, 20% body fat. playing about 34 minutes a game, scoring 32.4 points.
Okay.
Now, fast forward to 2025, he's down to maybe 240, 245 pounds. Body fat's that impressive, 10, 12%. And look, playing 37 minutes a game, scoring 34.7 points.
More minutes, more points, less weight.
Exactly. And for a basketball player, getting down to 10, 12% body fat, that's not just a number. It changes your whole power to weight ratio. It means quicker moves side to side, jumping higher, being able to sustain that explosiveness, not just for a few plays, but like whole quarters. Which connects right back to the increased minutes and points.
Yeah, no wonder the fans reacted so strongly. We saw those Reddit comments like, dude looks like a totally different person. He's shredded now.
And Twitter was buzzing too. People saying things like, this Luka would run circles around 2022 Luka. It's just a really striking difference everyone's noticing. Yeah, if you break down the before and after visually, wait. 260 versus 240. Face, kind of puffy versus chiseled now. Stamina. Used to see fatigue, now he's strong late in the game, fourth quarter. And his movement, maybe slower cuts before. Now he looks genuinely agile, explosive. What's also interesting is seeing the progression, right? From 2024 to 2025. In 2024, you started seeing the signs, weight dropping, talk about nutrition focus, tougher training. That built momentum into 2025, where you really see it all come together. Defined muscles, quick lateral movement, that improved endurance, even the face looks totally different. He reached what sources call peak athletic condition. And yeah, those shirtless workout pics, locker room shots, gym selfies, even that men's health shoot, they all went viral because the change is just so obvious.
Okay, so committing to change is one thing, but the daily grind, that's what people want to know, right? The nuts and bolts. For listeners trying to understand how this happens, what did Luka's actual diet and training plan look like day to day?
Well, his daily nutrition, based on that men's health feature from late 2024, it's pretty structured. Mornings might be eggs, avocado toast, maybe a green juice. Lunch, typically something like grilled chicken, quinoa, steamed vegetables.
Pretty standard clean eating.
Yeah. Dinner could be salmon, sweet potatoes, more greens. Snacks for things like Greek yogurt, nuts, protein shakes, and huge focus on hydration, aiming for like 3 to 4 liters a day. And the stuff he cut out is just as important. Sugary drinks, fried foods, late night snacking, big changes there.
And salmon and sweet potatoes every night. That takes some serious commitment. I think most of us can relate to how tough it is cutting out sugary drinks or that late night snack, especially if you're used to certain comfort foods. Did he allow himself any breaks, any treats?
Oh, absolutely. The plan isn't really about total deprivation. It's more about discipline and moderation, you know. Sources do mention he still enjoys some Slovenian comfort foods, just in moderation. Controlled portions.
Okay, that makes sense.
And he incorporates healthy pasta dishes sometimes, protein smoothies. And yeah, like a lot of athletes on strict plans, there's room for occasional cheat meals, pizza, burgers, that kind of thing. The key is it's balanced, it's strategic, it doesn't derail the overall progress. And then the training side, intense sessions twice a day in the off season, working with top NBA trainers on strength, conditioning, agility, the whole package.
That is a serious plan. And, you know, whenever we see these kinds of rapid, dramatic transformations, especially with high-profile people, the question pops up, was there any medical help involved? Any speculation about weight loss drugs like Ozempic, for example?
It's a fair question people ask these days, but the sources we looked at are pretty consistent on this. There's just no confirmed evidence that Luka used Ozempic or anything similar. His interviews, his workout videos, the detailed info about his diet and exercise, it all points pretty clearly to this being driven by old-fashioned discipline. Diet, intense training, not medication.
Right.
And looking at the bigger picture, the physical change lines up directly with improvements on the court. You look at his 2024-25 season stats, quicker feet, playing more minutes, better defensive numbers. It all adds up to him being a more effective player overall compared to, say, 2022-23.
Beyond the intense routine and the mental strength, how important do you think that external support system is? Like having a partner who's also into fitness. Does that help keep someone on track with such a massive change? Does it make it feel less like a solo battle?
That's a really good point. It's almost certainly not just a solo thing. It's definitely worth mentioning the role of his fiancée, Ana Maria Goltes. She's a Slovenian model, a fitness influencer herself.
Oh, okay.
So while, yeah, the personal accountability has to be there, having someone right there with you, someone who understands that lifestyle, maybe shares healthy recipes, joins in workouts, that provides huge reinforcement.
Yeah, I can see that.
It helps make those discipline choices feel more normal, you know? Creates a supportive environment where healthy habits are just the default. It can make sticking to a tough plan way easier long term. It can be a real game changer. And just to put his current stats out there for 2025, he's listed at 6'7", that's 201 centimeters, weight around 242 pounds or 110 kilograms. Wingspan is huge, 7'2", 218 centimeters. He's 26 now. His whole game, his style now incorporates that speed and endurance he gained from the weight loss. Makes him even tougher to guard. And if you want the summary of the weight loss trend, numbers-wise, from 2022 to 2025, weight went roughly 265, 258, 248, down to 242 pounds.
Steady drop.
Yeah. Body fat started around 21%, then 18%, 13%, now down near 10%. BMI, which, okay, isn't perfect for athletes with lots of muscle,
Sure.
but it still went from about 29.5 down to 26. That's a significant drop, indicating real fat loss, moving him well into peak athletic shape, and maybe most tellingly, waist size. Apparently from around 38 inches down to 32 inches.
Wow, 6 inches.
Exactly. These numbers, they paint a picture of a complete physical overhaul, totally optimized for playing elite basketball.
Just an incredible story of dedication and self-improvement. Yeah, so wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening right now? Maybe a few key lessons we can pull from Luka's journey. First, the power of discipline. Just sticking with it. Second, don't be afraid to start over right, even if you faced criticism before. Third, that combo diet and exercise working together, that's the formula for success. Fourth, maybe surround yourself with supportive people who get your goals. And maybe the biggest one, never stop evolving. Always look for ways to become your best self.
Yeah, and what's really powerful here, I think, is that Luka's story isn't just about a famous athlete getting in shape. It's a real illustration of taking control, like radical control of your health to optimize how you perform. So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. What could you achieve if you applied that same level of discipline, that strategic planning, that commitment to improving yourself? Maybe it's for your health, maybe a personal goal, maybe something at work. Luka's journey is kind of a vivid reminder, isn't it? Becoming the best version of yourself. It's always possible, no matter what you do.